We look different.
Because we look like in a mirror. We are live. Estamos live.
We are live. Okay, cool.
We're live and alive.
Yeah.
How are you, Dom? We're going to wait for 5 minutes while people start joining. So we can see here how many people are joining at the moment. And I'm going to be seeing, let me just open the comments. I hope that is working properly.
How does it work?
Well, we can see, like, if people are seeing us. Let me just see one thing. Hold on. Yeah, I think we're getting people on.
Where can you see it?
Well, I want to. Yeah, there you go. We've got 21 people. Yeah, people are seeing us. But I want to see the comments, which are here. Okay, we've got people commenting now.
Oh, wow.
So we can see here people commenting, giving us likes. And I'm going to be translating between English and Spanish, the whole thing. Mi gente, vamos a estar compartiendo, voy a estar traduciendo de inglés a español todo el tiempo. Hola Nelly, ¿cómo estás? Hola a todos, Pilar, Karina, estamos aquí con el doctor Dom, que ya lo estaban esperando todo el mundo. How are you, Dom?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
You're good. Thank you so much for coming here today, for allowing us to do this. People have got so many questions.
It's amazing.
And I'm so ready to ask all the questions as they go.
Of course, we're just here to help, right?
Just here to help.
Spread health.
Spread the health. That's what we want to do. Mi gente, I'm going to translate. Dom, como saben, si me han estado siguiendo por Instagram, han visto que Dom es nuestro odontólogo biológico que estoy visitando ahora mismo en Alemania, ya que voy a estar fixing all my teeth.
Yep.
Me voy a estar quitando todos los metales de la boca, me voy a estar quitando las endodoncias, los tratamientos de canal, ya que son muy tóxicos, y nos lo vamos a hacer con el doctor Dom, que es el líder mundial prácticamente. You are like the leader on these kind of procedures, right?
Thanks for saying so. I give my best.
Y tiene una energía impresionante, tiene una energía de wolf. You got the wolf energy.
The wolf, yes.
The wolf energy.
Wolf pack.
The wolf pack. Somos el pack de los lobos. Y estamos súper, aquí los tengo a todos. Look, it's people from Colombia. Just díganos desde dónde vienen. Costa Rica, Colombia. Tenemos España. So, Spain, Barcelona. Barcelona is closed right now. I think they closed it.
Close? Barcelona?
Yeah.
I've been to Barcelona. Steffi studied there, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's how she learned Spanish?
Yeah, she studied and then learned in Barcelona, in Valencia.
Oh.
And I told you I've been to Costa Rica, so hi Costa Rica.
Hola Costa Rica. Ellos
Panama.
Han estado en Panamá y en Costa Rica y les gusta mucho. We've got Mexico as well. Hello everybody, they say. You're genius. They're telling you're
me?
Genius.
Thanks, guys.
Tenemos México más Barcelona y tenemos Chile, Panamá,
Wow.
Madrid, Mallorca, Indianapolis, Mexico in the USA, Argentina. And how many people have we got at the moment? We've got 102 people.
Wow. Already there?
What? Look at this. She's in Stuttgart, Mexico. I didn't know there was a Stuttgart in Mexico.
Wait, I didn't know. There's a Stuttgart in Mexico. You have to answer this.
Are you in Stuttgart en México?
Maybe she is from Mexico but lives in Stuttgart right now.
Maybe. ¿Es posible que seas de México y estés en Stuttgart ahora mismo?
Probably. She's from Mexico.
Yeah, right.
You say Mexico?
Sí, México.
Mexico.
México.
Mexico. I understand Spanish a little bit.
You do, right?
Yes, but I can't speak.
Él entiende un poquito de español, pero no lo puede hablar. Su esposa habla español. Cantabria, Houston, Arabia, Saudi Arabia. We've got people from everywhere. And we are super ready. You know what? While I wait for them to make more questions, I'm going to make you the questions that they ask us already. And they're going to be sharing more and more questions in a minute. Cool. So, mi gente, voy a empezar con las preguntas que ya... Oh, she's Mexican, but she lives in Stuttgart. This is where we are, right? Yeah. We are in Tubingen, so we are very close to you.
Yeah,
right?
she knows.
Sí,
yeah,
sí.
It's like 25 minutes from Stuttgart.
Sí, estamos a 25 minutos de ti. Por favor, hoy no vamos a estar haciendo preguntas sobre metabolismo ni nada, así que las preguntas, por favor, son solamente sobre odontología, sobre metales, sobre endodoncias, sobre tratamientos de canal, porque estamos aquí con Dr. Dom y no vamos a estar contestando ningún otro tipo de preguntas hoy. Son todas las preguntas, all the questions are for you today. So I was just saying that I'm not going to be answering questions about metabolism.
I just look at you, is that fine?
Yes.
Otherwise I get distracted. Where should I look to?
Don't worry. You can look at me, you can look at the camera. The camera is there. Bueno, So let me just find some of the questions. We've got some interesting ones. Vamos a estar hablando sobre odontología biológica, lo cual es muy importante, y las cosas que ocurren en nuestra boca. So there was a question that was really interesting that say, what is your biological approach to bruxismal?
Yeah.
Grinding. So biologically, y ¿cuál es el enfoque biológico para el bruxismo? Muy importante.
You cannot basically give a single answer to this, because just say like this, bruxism is maybe a stress compensation. So we will again look for the overall picture and see, it could be the bite, could be related to wrong bite, could be related to all sorts of toxins or chronic infections in your mouth, can be related to cavitations, stuff we probably touch on later, like chronic inflammations in the jawbone. So everything that's basically stressing your body could be trigger bruxism. It's kind of just a stress relief. So it's not that bad. We just have to see if it's too much and where does it come from. So I did bruxism extremely when I had the cavitations, but I also have a wrong bite. So it's a multifactorial approach.
Okay.
But it's a stress relief, basically.
Okay. So lo que nos está diciendo Dr. Dom es que el bruxismo es muy amplio, puede ocurrir por muchas razones. Normalmente puede ocurrir por una mala mordida, y también puede ocurrir porque tengas cavitaciones, porque tengas inflamación en el hueso de la mandíbula, porque tengas esas cavitaciones, porque tengas tratamientos de canal. Hay que buscar cuál es el motivo que nos da el bruxismo para poder encontrar la solución. Pero normalmente es una manera de nuestro cuerpo de liberar estrés. Entonces esa sería la manera de averiguar qué hacer. There is someone, Nelly, she wants to know, how are the implants, non-metallic implants, made?
From what material?
Yeah, materials.
They're made of zirconium dioxide, which is a ceramic. It's a very stable ceramic. They also use in spaceships.
Oh, wow.
And it's a neutral one. That's very important. So we use a zirconium dioxide that hasn't been colored by metal oxide. So it's really neutral, and Dietrich Klinghardt would call it a healing stone. So you can use something very natural. Okay. That's the whole purpose of it.
Okay.
Take out the unnatural things and replace with something that's neutral. That's basically it. Okay. That your body can accept.
Okay, yeah. Es muy interesante porque nos está diciendo que están hechos de dióxido de zirconio.
Zirconium
dioxide, dióxido de zirconio. Y es un material que es completamente neutro para el cuerpo humano, de manera que lo que se hace es que se remueven los metales que no son naturales para el ser humano y se cambian por este material que es neutro y que algunas personas incluso llaman un mineral sanador. Así que esta es la idea que tenemos. There's Ramiro asking if titanium implants are good or not. Titanium.
Titanium is the standard implant that 99.9% of all dentists use. Titanium is a metal.
Yeah.
So from a biological point of view, it's not a good idea to have any metal in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's just interfering with everything. Just see it as like you're living in a loaded environment. You have like Wi-Fi here, we have 3G, 4G, 5G. So every metal that you put into your body, if it's your shoulder or your teeth or whatever, will interfere. And there's studies showing that normally if you do a call on your cell phone, the radiation will go to the tower, to the cell phone and back. If you have a metal installed in your mouth, a titanium implant, whatever, you will have an amplification of this. Same with amalgam fillings. So we don't use
and then we also do this, which is very close.
Doing this with a titanium implant, it will heat up the bone around the titanium implant up to 4 degrees Celsius, which is high fever. So nowadays, it's not the best idea to have any metal in your mouth. 20 years ago, it wouldn't be a problem probably, but nowadays it's a big thing. And also from an immunological point of view, titanium is very immunological active. So whenever you put it in, there will be some oxide particles that will go into the bone. That's just mechanical things. And metals in your bone, also not a good idea for your immune system. So this is why I'm a specialist in ceramic implants, because we have a better solution Yeah, for biting it's fine, but we are here for optimal health, right?
Exactly. Lo que nos está diciendo Dr. Dom es que titanio es el material del que se hacen normalmente los implantes que tenemos hoy en día y no es bueno porque es un metal y es un metal que está interfiriendo con el cuerpo. Ocurre que hace 20 años, hace 30 años, cuando no existía el 3G, el 4G, los teléfonos, hubiera posiblemente sido normal, pero hoy está comprobado que todos los metales que tenemos en la boca actúan como antenas que están captando esas ondas que tenemos en los teléfonos. ¿Y qué hacemos cuando hablamos por teléfono? Lo ponemos aquí, lo cual está totalmente al lado de nuestra dentadura y está amplificando esa señal y puede subir hasta 4 grados Celsius de temperatura, lo cual sería como tener alta fiebre. Y además ataca el sistema inmune se rebela contra esto y está constantemente, pues el sistema inmune se siente atacado por este titanio, así que no es una buena idea y esos son precisamente los que hay que cambiar. Hace 20, 30 años no hubiera tenido problema, pero hoy en día tenemos un problema con eso por la cantidad de ondas y los EMFs, IMFs, ¿no?
Yeah, if optimal health is the goal, I wouldn't recommend it.
Claro, si lo que quieren es optimal health, salud óptima, entonces no deberíamos utilizar implantes de titanio y eso es lo que me van a estar haciendo a mí, me van a estar quitando los pernos que tengo de metal para cambiarlos por estos de cerámica que hemos estado hablando. Hola Baruch, ¿cómo estás? We've got Baruch Salas, who is a 12-year-old guy who comes every Friday to watch this series.
Hey Baruch.
Because he wants to learn, and we call him the how do you call like a young wolf, a cub. Yeah. He's the cub of the tribe.
Nice.
Because he's 12, he comes here every Friday, and
he's already interested. Good one, Baruch.
How amazing! He's changed his whole family: his mom, his dad, his grandmother.
Why? Did he have a problem?
No, I think they were like overweight and diabetes and things like that, and he was the one who put them into this lifestyle.
Cool.
At 12. Like, you know what he's going to do when he grows up is going to be amazing, right?
It's really good.
This is really changing lives.
Strong wolf.
A strong wolf. Strong cub.
Cub.
So, hola Doc. He's saying hello to you.
Yeah, Bo.
So, let me just ask you from here as well. How would it affect if you wore braces, metallic braces, when you were a kid? La pregunta es, ¿cómo afecta llevar aparato corrector en la adolescencia? Will that affect that metal that you wear?
Nowadays, yes. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, I wouldn't use any metal if possible. Not just in your mouth, nowhere in your body.
Nowhere in the body.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just EMFs. It's an antenna.
Yeah.
Then it's the immune system.
Yeah.
There's always material in metal that will corrode because you have saliva.
Yeah.
It's a liquid.
Yeah.
So think about any metal in your mouth, kind of like the propeller on a boat underneath the sea.
Yeah.
You know how it looks like after like 10 years there? It's rusted, it's corroded. Same happens with all the metals on a tiny base. So I've seen patients, like young patients, with just a retainer. You know what a retainer is? Like the metal thing that after the braces.
Yeah.
There was one patient, wasn't mine, but I have seen him. He didn't grow. He was 16 years old. He was still your size, like 165. He didn't grow because of lack of growth hormone. They removed the retainer by chance, so they didn't know. They removed it and he grew 15 centimeters in like 3 months.
No.
Maybe in 6 months. Yeah, it's amazing because the retainer and the interference from it blocked the pituitary and the whole system to produce growth hormones. Like there was just an interference. God. You have to see the overall picture. This is difficult because of obviously conventional dentists thinking about biting, only biting, and maybe aesthetics on the biting, like a nice smile, whereas they don't see that it's the entrance to your whole system being connected to all the other parts in your body. Adding another source of stress, inflammation, toxicity, a big one. So in terms of chronic disease, good mentors I had, like Dietrich Klinghardt, etc., they would say 70% of all chronic disease starts in your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. You know.
So, totalmente, this is very interesting because Baruch, the kid that is watching us, he was asking me last week that he's 12, I think he's close to 13. Now? I don't know if he's got braces or not, but the doctors say that he's not growing fast enough. So Baruch, no sé si tienes retenedores o algún tipo de ortodoncia, pero mira lo que nos acaba de contar el doctor Dom, y es que él tuvo un paciente que no crecía, no estaba generando suficiente hormona de crecimiento, y parece ser que era porque tenía un retenedor metálico en la boca que estaba interfiriendo con la pituitaria, con esa comunicación para producir la hormona de crecimiento. Y lo que ocurrió es que cuando por un motivo, o sea, le retiraron el retenedor, de repente en 6 meses creció 15 centímetros.
I understood.
Y esto fue por quitar el retenedor. Entonces sí, los retenedores, cualquier metal en el cuerpo, no solamente ya en la boca, cualquier metal que tengas en el cuerpo actúa como una antena, actúa como una interferencia entre las conexiones que tiene el cuerpo y nos va a afectar hormonalmente y de todas las maneras. That was an amazing answer.
It can.
It can.
You
Sí,
have
puede.
to just notice.
Tienes que darte cuenta, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
My healthy way of eating, how are you? They speak English, so cualquier cerámica es buena o solo alguna. Mírate el video desde el principio, watch the video from the beginning, because he just said which is the one that he uses and he recommends. Zirconium
dioxide.
Zirconium dioxide.
So, for maybe just to clarify, zirconium in itself is a metal. Yeah,
Claro.
Zirconium dioxide is a ceramic. Same with aluminum. Aluminum is a metal. Aluminum dioxide is a ceramic. That's just a chemical way of putting it. But it's a full ceramic system. Basically just something neutral biocompatible. That's important.
Que tengan en cuenta que el circonio es un metal, pero el dióxido de circonio es una cerámica. Entonces no es lo mismo.
But you know the best thing is always your natural healthy tooth.
Yeah. Y lo mejor siempre es tener nuestros dientes naturales y saludables. And how can we get that? Like, obviously, some of us already have what we have.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
¿cómo podemos tener healthy teeth and never have to go through this?
Yeah, the mindset. So this is what you're saying is actually perfect, because there's two different patients. So the future generation and the mindset for my kids, etc., is to not have to go to a dentist, because basically your teeth and your body is
perfect.
Immune against cavities and all these things. So when you have a healthy lifestyle, and probably you talk about this all the time,
This is what we talk
healthy
about.
lifestyle will have you have hard teeth, hard as stone, and also sensitive to touch like a hair and something. Yeah. But for all the guys in here that already had reparation done by a dentist, let's say metals or fillings or root canal or cavitations, we need something to prepare, because this is obviously maybe stressing your overall health and making you not healthy enough. Like you maybe can compensate, but for optimal health, it's not a good idea to have a dead organ in your body or any inflammation or any toxin. This is just extra burden. Why would you do this? It's unnatural stuff installed in your body 24/7. You can maybe compensate it, but it's there's better options.
Y es que tu cuerpo siempre va a intentar compensar. Obviamente nos han dejado con los tratamientos de canal, las endodoncias, nos han dejado adentro raíces que están muertas. Tenemos dientes que están muertos y que están ahí y han sido dejados ahí. Además se pone un perno metálico, lo cual es poner cosas que no son naturales dentro de nuestro cuerpo, y eso está estresando nuestro cuerpo continuamente, y es mejor retirarlo, porque si eso se queda adentro, tú puedes vivir una vida ok, tener una salud ok, si tienes estas cosas dentro de ti, pero si lo que quieres es salud óptima, entonces es mejor retirar lo que está estresando a tu cuerpo y está estresando a tu sistema inmune. Es súper importante eso. Can cavities be cured?
Yeah.
Like once you have a cavity, can it be cured?
Yes, it depends on the size. So the dentist calls it an initial cavity if you have an x-ray and you see like a white spot area. They call it white spot lesion. And then you have to decide as a dentist, am I going to drill that already or am I waiting? So if you now have a biological dentist that has the knowledge I present, I will tell you we don't drill. We just see it as a sign that your body is depleted of proteins, minerals, mostly magnesium, vitamin D3, K2, like just the basics, yeah? And if
you're probably eating too much sugar as well.
You're probably eating too much sugar, having too much blood sugar spikes, having too much insulin, so that's your saliva changes. But see, like, your pH changes through the insulin. So if you see it like your body your tooth will grow from the inside and also remineralizes from the outside through the saliva. So basically, whatever you supply and eat, will later on come from the inside, but also from the outside. So if you eat the right things and you're not depleted, you don't have any macro or micronutrient deficiency, you have perfect teeth. And like cavities or problems in your teeth are just a sign of overall lacking things and yeah, not optimal health again.
Optimal health. Sí, definitivamente una caries cuando está en sus estados principales del comienzo se puede curar, se puede dejar. Cuando se ve una manchita blanca pequeña en una radiografía, el odontólogo puede decidir si la deja o si la agujerea y hace un empaste. Pero si fuera un odontólogo biológico como Dom, directamente no harían they won't drill. Y lo que harían sería ver por qué está ocurriendo. Normalmente es porque tienes deficiencias en macros y en micros. Normalmente vitamina D3, vitamina K2, magnesio. Y también no suficiente proteína, porque la gente no come suficiente proteína, también porque estén comiendo mucho azúcar, porque tengan resistencia a la insulina, el azúcar subiendo y bajando todo el tiempo. Y tienen que entender que el hueso, el diente crece desde adentro, pero también desde afuera, porque la saliva también protege, el pH de nuestra saliva protege nuestros dientes. Entonces lo que estemos comiendo tanto lo hace crecer por dentro con eso como por fuera. Así que si tú estás comiendo la comida correcta, los macros y los micros correctos, no tienes deficiencias y estás viviendo un estilo de vida saludable, vas a tener dientes perfectos.
And also on top of this, you have a microbiome in your mouth. The oral microbiome is way more diversified than the microbiome you have in your gut and in your colon. Mm-hmm. Everybody's talking about a gut microbiome, but it actually starts again in your mouth. And if you have stuff installed from reparation, like heavy metals, root canals, cavitations, your microbiome is dysbiotic, and this will further go down and you have some viruses, maybe a lot of fungi, like the candida and stuff comes in. So, and the oral microbiome changes within 3 days. So from breastfeeding, it's a total different than if you feed again new stuff. And of course, you have bacteria that are commensal, they live with you. And some of them like the sugar more. And it's kind of like this, everything has to be in balance, like in the real world. So there is no bad bacteria at all. There's no, even parasites are not bad. And even fungi are not bad. But if
viruses are not bad.
No.
Hello, viruses are not bad. Los virus no son malos.
The problem is the host, and
the problem is us.
And if we are, like, if these bacteria, or let's say the bugs, if they compartmentalize, that means they have, for example, a dead organ like a root canal, where they can live in and flourish, like besides the immune system, then you get dysbiotic. And of course, if you have all these bad things installed already, like mercury kills the good bacteria, that's for sure. They get antibiotic resistant. Same bacteria are mercury resistant. So it's a combination. So you have to make sure that the microbiome gets back to where it was, like in nature. So everything unnatural has to come out and be replaced by something at least biocompatible. Of course, a ceramic implant.
Neutral.
A ceramic implant is not as natural as a good teeth, but it's at least neutral, and your body accepts it as not foreign and just grows into it, as well as other materials. You have to deal with stuff, so because at points we have to repair. But it's really important to see it, and I always describe it like this: if your body, like if you're chronically sick, I compare it to the planet Mars. You know how Mars looks? Like everything is dead already and dry and heat, and some weird creatures live there. Those are the parasites and fungi. But the Mars is not the Mars because of parasites and fungi, but those are the last survivors. So the goal would be to change Mars back to Earth, being diversified, having nature, having water, having everything, and having all creatures live together in harmony. Same in this tiny microbiome here. That's how I see it, as a tiny
Mars.
A tiny earth in your body. Can you see?
Sí, I can see it. Very good. Lo que nos está contando Dr. Dom es que es muy importante que entendamos que la microbiota de la boca es muchísimo más diversa que la microbiota de por ejemplo, del colon, del estómago. Tenemos que mantener, por ejemplo, el mercurio mata las buenas bacterias de la boca. Tenemos que tener, él lo compara con la Tierra y con Marte. Tenemos a la Tierra, que es biodiversa, tiene todas las cosas buenas y todas las cosas malas. No hay bacterias malas, no hay virus malos. Si nosotros no estamos expuestos a los virus, tampoco desarrollamos un sistema inmune. Si no estamos expuestos a las bacterias, tampoco desarrollamos un sistema inmune. Y lo mismo ocurre con lo que hay en nuestra boca. Tenemos que dejar que esa microbiota florezca y esté saludable. Y por ejemplo, cosas como el mercurio completamente matan las buenas bacterias de nuestra boca, matan todo, las buenas, las malas, todo, nos dejan con una microbiota que está dysbiotic,
Dysbiosis.
Dysbiosis, pero dysbiosis, sí, una dysbiosis en la boca. I was just thinking if that word exists in Spanish.
Also, it transfers down to the gut. So
Claro.
if you have a dysbiosis here, you have dysbiosis in your gut system. Why would you start changing your gut system and not taking care of your oral system?
Exactly.
I like the Spanish.
Sí.
Great sound. So good. I can listen to that all day.
Entonces, lo que está contándonos Dr. Dom es que si tú tienes la microbiota de la boca dañada, tienes la microbiota también del colon dañada, porque una va para la otra. Por lo tanto, tanta gente que está intentando como tomar probióticos, so many people trying to take probiotics, not knowing even what they're doing, y sin saber lo que están haciendo tomando estos probióticos, y no están tratando la microbiota de la boca, que es por la que deberían empezar, que es donde empieza todo. Así que es súper importante.
Yeah, so if you have a very healthy natural teeth, like I have, I actually wouldn't even need to clean them, because my food basically cleans them.
Yeah.
But if you, of course, eat crap foods and drink your Coke, for example, every day, you will have this fur on the teeth, and then sugars and all these things changes it. So it's make other bacteria strive. Strive, like you say.
Súper importante, y esto es una opinión venida del Dr. Dom y va a ser muy poco popular, pero es totalmente verdad lo que él nos cuenta. Si tú tienes una microbiota perfecta y tienes unos dientes sanos y fuertes, en realidad no necesitaríamos ni siquiera cepillarnos los dientes, ya que nuestra propia comida saludable, la propia comida buena que estamos consumiendo, los limpia. Y no está haciendo que las bacterias malas se reproduzcan y que nos llenen de placa bacteriana que después trae los problemas. Es una contestación fuerte, pero es lo que nos está contando en el caso de las personas que tengan una microbiota muy sana, unos dientes muy sanos y que coman de esta manera, como los dientes de like your teeth.
I like the word entonces.
Entonces, you know what
entonces,
I mean? Entonces, yeah.
I like it.
And then entonces.
Entonces.
So let me see what else we've got here. Oh, very interesting, because we've gone through this. I did myself when I was 16. She's saying that her daughter, she's 18, and they want to remove her wisdom teeth.
Oh.
I got my wisdom teeth removed at 16.
That's why you have cavitations, right?
Yeah, I didn't have space for them though. So what happens when you have that case? Like, you don't have space for them?
Yes. You want to know how that happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had horrible, like.
Same here. So my wisdom teeth were removed when I was 14 because I didn't have space, because I had too narrow face, whatever. So there are studies done by a famous doctor, you probably know. Weston Price, exactly. He researched and explored like the Aborigines, the Africans, and he basically looked for tribes that eat the regular diets, like no artificial thing, ancestral, like no sugars, no cow's milk, no dairy, no refined vegetables, no industrialized processed foods. And what he found back then is really interesting. Everybody that ate the good stuff, they were had perfect teeth, wide nose, wide nostrils, wide jaws, like space for all teeth, even probably for one set more of teeth. No scoliosis, no narrow faces. They can breathe through the nose, and it all starts in the womb and with the bacteria there, and with breastfeeding.
And we're being born as well. When babies are done through C-section, they don't get the bacteria.
If it's a C-section, you get the bugs that live in the hospital instead of the
bugs in
the vagina. Yeah. This is the first thing, and then not all females are able to breastfeed.
Yeah.
Breastfeeding will give you the full immune system, all the things if the mom is healthy, but also if you breastfeed for 18 months, you suck on the tits. I don't know what is in English. Yeah. You suck on it, and it takes 10 times more strength to pull it out, the milk out of the breast, than of a formula from a bottle.
Claro.
That helps your jaw grow.
Developing the jaw.
And also, you will also need to breathe through the nose all the time. So this is developing everything. Yeah, and you can see this with babies if they get like a cold like Tim has right now. Yeah. They're like, they cannot even do one thing at a time. They kind of die. But it starts there, and this is the same thing. If you get the right nutrition from beginning. This is the mindset I use for my kids. I'm sure they don't need any braces, and then they will have space for their wisdom teeth. Because an impacted wisdom tooth or not having space for the wisdom teeth is basically just a sign, again, for deficiency. When your body, your house grew and you wanted to have the best option, you were just lacking construction material, building blocks, and you were compromising. Maybe your structure was a little bit scoliotic, and then you got narrow faces. This also it's kind of like an intertwined thing, because if you have an inflammation all the time because of the wrong foods, everything swells up. You cannot get air through your nose.
So you will start breathing in your mouth.
Yeah, you start nose bleeding. You get problems in your tonsils, and you also get narrow faces again. So it's like
receding.
Yes, it's kind of like it's a full posture and all optimized. Yeah, it's like when you grow up, you have to have all building blocks in nutrition, and then you basically don't have any cavities. No. You have perfect structure. Everything works perfectly fine.
And once the damage is done and they have to remove the wisdom teeth, is it a good idea to remove them or no? Or what do you do?
So if you have no space wisdom teeth, obviously at one point we should remove them, because it's an interference. Your body doesn't want teeth stuck in your bone, because they have the initial drive to come out.
Yeah.
So they will always push from the inside. Dentists will maybe just look at it as like it's going to be crowded, but from the inside it's going to be a little bit of a stressor and inflammation. So impacted wisdom teeth can be a problem, because wisdom tooth area, from a Chinese medical point of view, is your central nervous system, adrenal glands, and hard intestine and small intestine. So a lot of problems in your gut system, skin is connected to these things. So if you want to go or if you need to remove your wisdom teeth, the most important thing is how you prepare your body to get surgery done. Yeah, this is what we do. The nutrition will start at least 4 to 6 weeks prior, and with the correct, I call it food design, nutritional design, based on macros and fine-tuned by micros, so that when you go into the office and get your wisdom tooth removed from a skilled surgeon, you're ready to prepare, and then the post-surgical phase, like let's say 3 to 6 months, is how long your body takes to rebuild bone. You supply all the things, like the construction. That's what we do for you, because cavitation, this just happened because you didn't do this.
Claro.
So that's really important.
That was amazing. Mi gente, entonces lo que nos está contando, hemos hablado anteriormente del trabajo del Dr. Weston Price. Como saben, yo soy una seguidora muy acérrima del Dr. Weston Price y de la asociación Weston Price, en la que él fue alrededor del mundo e investigó tribus africanas que comían su dieta tradicional ancestral y se dio cuenta de que no tenían ningún problema en la dentadura, tenían mandíbulas anchas, tenían narices anchas que les permitían respirar por la nariz, les permitían tener espacio para tener todos los dientes que tenían que tener sin ningún problema. El problema es que hoy en día, por ejemplo, cuando nacemos a través de una cesárea. La cesárea ya hace que no tengamos contacto con las bacterias de la vagina de la madre, que son las que nos dan nuestro primer sistema inmune. Después salimos y se nos da fórmula en lugar de dársenos el pecho, y durante los primeros 18 meses es cuando el bebé está amamantando, y esa manera de chupar de la mama es lo que hace que se desarrolle la mandíbula y que tenga mucha fuerza, y también lo obliga a respirar por la nariz, ya que está chupando a través de la boca. Entonces ese es otro punto, y entonces se desarrolla la mandíbula y se desarrolla el espacio. Después obviamente empezamos a comer porquerías y empezamos a dañar eso todavía más. Respirar por la boca, empezamos a respirar por la boca. Cuando respiras por la boca empiezas a tener problemas de amígdalas, la mandíbula empieza a receder y empieza a irse hacia atrás. Y empiezan a dar caries y cosas parecidas. Entonces, es por eso es tan importante que los bebés nazcan vaginalmente, que se les dé el pecho, si se puede, y que comamos la alimentación ancestral que hemos comido como seres humanos. Es supremamente importante para que logremos esto. Y si el daño ya está hecho y tenemos que sacar los dientes del juicio porque no hay espacio, entonces hay que sacarlos, porque obviamente no hay espacio ya, el daño está hecho. Pero lo que el Dr. Dom nos recomienda es que durante al menos 6 semanas antes la persona se empiece a preparar con un protocolo de macros y de micros que un cirujano experimentado como es él, por ejemplo, él te da todo un protocolo de macros y micros que tienes que seguir durante al menos 6 semanas para lograr optimizar tu cuerpo y que después puedas sanar en los siguientes 3 a 6 meses que toma sanar y recuperar todo, para que después no ocurran las cavitaciones. que sería, por ejemplo, lo que tengo yo ahora tengo cavitaciones porque a mí se me removieron las muelas del juicio cuando tenía 16 años. Obviamente no hice nada de estas cosas y ahora hay cavitaciones. ¿Qué es la cavitación? La cavitación es una necrosis del hueso en la mandíbula. Así que eso es súper, súper importante.
Wow. Good retention.
It's amazing, huh?
Yeah, it was
People
very
say that I've got amazing memory.
Yeah, very good
I can
retention
go through
span.
the whole thing.
It's
Can
good.
you imagine when you remove everything?
Hmm?
When you remove all the metals, I'm gonna
No,
be...
I think I don't do it because you will be too extreme X-Men then.
Exactly, I'm gonna
What
be
is
like,
going to
whoa.
happen then?
I'm gonna be...
I'm not sure how she did this.
Dice
No,
que no
I
me-
will. She needs to be even... Yeah, the brain works very well. So
My brain works amazing.
let's see what else will change. Yeah, and just one add-on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need to remove the wisdom teeth, if it's possible, wait until you like grown out, like let's say 21 years old.
Until
Because-
they're coming out, until they're just
until
like,
you have to take them out, if that's possible from the dental side of you. Why? Because, as I said, it's connected to your central nervous system. So if you take out a bud of something while you're still developing your body, this in itself can take out energy. You know what I mean? So it's good to leave it in there and just go into surgery when you're fully grown.
Yeah.
Same with hormones. You
Same
shouldn't
with
take
hormones.
hormones when you're 15.
13, they gave it to me at 13.
That's the same in Germany.
you believe that?
13 is quite young.
Because that's when I developed PCOS. And
Oh,
they
that's when,
started-
and this was just because you're wrong diet. So basically, everything she's telling you, anyways, probably the goal would be your lifestyle is as good as possible in terms of nutrition, so that I could do surgery every day. That's the goal. So you don't have to prepare for surgery, and
Exactly.
after this is
I
just
like that.
if
I
you
like
go
that.
specifically. But
I like
normally you should be ready for surgery every day, or
Every
ready
day.
for rebuild your body every day.
Every day. Because
Of
you
course.
can have an accident.
You can have an accident, and also this is what your body needs: just supply
Should be
a
excellent.
little bit more, so you can repair itself all the time.
Mi gente, eso es súper importante porque lo que está diciendo es que obviamente él da ese protocolo para seguir durante las 6 semanas antes de la cirugía, pero en realidad nosotros deberíamos tener siempre ese protocolo, de manera que si yo necesitara cirugía ahora mismo, mi cuerpo estaba ready, estaba listo para la cirugía. Si tengo un accidente, mi cuerpo está listo para repararse. Entonces, eso es lo que hay que tener.
I have another example if
Go
you're
ahead.
interesting.
Yes, please.
I broke my elbow last year. Skateboarding, which is a freak accident, could happen also every time. But the doctor told me it's going to take 3 to 4 months and you should only grab 2.5 kilograms. And as I'm a specialist for bone building, I told him, no, I make this happen in 4 weeks. No problem. What's happened in 4 weeks? So it's possible.
Por ejemplo, Dr. Dom el año pasado se rompió el codo, estaba haciendo skateboarding y se rompió el codo. Y el médico le dijo que iba a tomar, how long did the doctor say?
He told me it takes 3 months at
3
least,
months.
and you can only take 2.5 kilograms,
Oh
which is
my God.
the hell for me because I like to do sports.
Yeah. Le dijo que le iba a tomar como 3 meses mínimo y que solamente podía levantar 2,5 kilos. Y él le dijo, no, yo lo voy a lograr en 4 semanas. Y en 4 semanas estaba listo.
Yes, and this is because his average patient probably needs 6 months because they're so depleted, so the turnover rate. So what you can learn here is just there are tricks and hacks that we can share you so that your body is just optimized to rebuild itself even faster.
Exactly.
So I like to learn stuff on myself,
Claro.
experimenting.
Claro, what he says is that usually the doctor will say this because, I'm saying it in English. El doctor le dijo esto porque normalmente a su paciente promedio le tarda unos 6 meses en curar, pero que él llegó y obviamente cuando ya estás optimizado ocurre muchísimo más rápido. Entonces cuando esto ocurre a una velocidad totalmente óptima, no necesitamos estar preparándonos para la cirugía o preparándonos para un accidente porque nuestro cuerpo ya está perfecto y podemos hacerlo boom, 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 supremamente rápido. Miren a quién tenemos aquí. Come around. Come around, come here. Miren a quién tenemos.
Here's Tim.
Come. Show us what you're doing.
Tim is on an IV drip.
You can't see because of the camera.
Miren a quién tenemos. Stand there.
If you go here,
The other way.
here, yes. Yeah, that's a good angle.
Yeah, that's what she did.
There you go. There he is. Ahí la tenemos con su IV, que se está
This one I'm
You
standing
can also have it faster.
poniendo cosas fantásticas. So, what do you think? This is a very interesting one, Dom. What do you think of getting, how do you call it in English? Oh my God, Tim. Getting stem cells from children teeth. You know, when they fall, how do you call it in English? The teeth.
baby teeth?
The baby teeth.
What,
And
like
apparently
making stem cells out of it?
they can get stem cells from them.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
So I have no experience in this, so I cannot give you a solid answer, but let's see what the future brings. I know that they experiment in Europe. It's not allowed to do stem cell therapy overall because of higher powers and stuff. But we use kind of like stem cells, not for regrowing teeth, obviously, but when we do surgeries, like for example, your cavitation surgery, can I say that? That we have to do that?
Yeah.
And we will always give you lots of IVs, nutrition, and then we take your blood, we spin it, and in the plasma, the protocol we use, it's called APRF, activated platelet-rich fibrin, and it contains 1.4% of stem cells and lots of growth factors, and we'll place this membrane then in your wound. We will also do this when removing wisdom teeth. So it's the surgical protocol, including the nutrition, the IVs, the recovery stuff, the micronutrients, and the post-surgery is the same for all sorts of surgery. No, it doesn't matter if it's just a wisdom tooth or an extraction of a root canal or ceramic implant or cavitation. It's standardized. It's what we developed.
Claro, lo que el doctor Dom desarrolló para hacer todas estas cosas de cavitaciones y la cirugía como la que me van a estar haciendo a mí es que optimizamos absolutamente todo, no solamente la alimentación, sino que él también te pone en un protocolo de IVs, que es lo que estaba teniendo ahora mismo Tim, que es conectarte a minerales y cosas que necesites en el cuerpo para mejorar. Además también hacen lo que se llamaría el PRPF, que es sacar tu sangre y después circulan tu sangre para sacar el plasma y sacar las células madre de ese plasma que después se vuelven a inyectar en el hueso para que este se recupere. Como ven, no es simplemente llegar a hacerse una cirugía y ya está, sino que es todo un protocolo que él ha desarrollado y por eso es que Dr. Dom es el número 1 en el mundo y ahora mismo lo que hace es que intenta educar. You are educating other dentists to become what you do, right?
Yes, we actually have a curriculum in place and we're training dentists so far for like the whole concept. In terms of the high-tech dentistry, it's all covered. So we call them, here's the thing, it's called, if you pass it, the examination, you are a specialist for biological dentistry and ceramic implants. But in my opinion, this is just level 1, the entrance.
Yes.
So there's way more to it, and I'm also kind of picking the guys to see their brains, if they're like the cool kids, like I would say like a cool kid like myself, like a biohacker or like somebody who's interested in more, then I will in the future train them to learn all the other things, because basically at the end all of us doctors or health coaches should know about the whole health matrix. And I'm just a health optimization specialist and happen to be a specialist for biological dentistry and surgery. So you see, this is like the top thing would be a guy or a female or whatever you go to, which will know what you need to do to reach optimal health and then decide where to go to actually. And of course we have to train because this is more like the future happening right now, but we have to decide from the future what's going to be next level. And luckily, since last year, all my friends from university who took like 10 years to them, like, Dom, what are you doing? Go away with this. They are my biggest fans now and becoming, I wanted to do the same because it finally clicked that they're at the right time, at the right spot. As a dentist, they just didn't see that they can help overall health because they're so brainwashed from university that it's just about repairing instead of being, Hangover the movie. You're not just a dentist. You're actually a doctor. You can help, right?
Yes, exactly.
Not just a dentist.
Not just a dentist. No son solamente dentistas, son personas que pueden ayudar a la salud completa y eso es supremamente importante. Es el futuro. Él está entrenando a otros odontólogos para que hagan lo mismo, para que vayan a todos los pasos que tienen que hacer para hacer exactamente lo que él hace y para que esto pueda tener más repercusión en el mundo. Ahora mismo Dr. Dom está en Alemania y lo que va a ocurrir es que les voy a dejar aquí abajo, cuando termine voy a editar todo, les voy a dejar todos los detalles de él para que lo puedan seguir en redes sociales, para que puedan seguir a la clínica, para que puedan hablar con ellos si necesitan hablar con ellos, porque es supremamente importante que sepamos cómo cuidar de nuestra salud dental. Y de momento vamos a dejarlo aquí, ya que tenemos que ir terminando con la entrevista. Vamos a tener más oportunidades de hablar con Dr. Dom. Van a ver cómo me hacen a mí la cirugía en unas semanas o meses, así que hablaremos muchísimo más de esto. Y nada, I don't know if there is anything else that you want to say, Dom. We're gonna be...
Are you finished?
Yeah, we're going to be saying goodbye because we're approaching the hour now.
Wow.
We're approaching the hour
We
now.
did now already?
Yeah, it's
it
amazing.
felt like we
Like
just
10
started.
minutes.
Yeah. Good energy.
That's the magic.
What I like to say is, it all starts within you. If you make optimal health your top priority, you will find ways to achieve this if you search for it. So nowadays, it's still, medical terms are still like health in medical terms is more like absence of disease.
Yeah.
So if you have something, you go to a doctor and get a prescription for a recipe. And I think the future should change into that there are specialists to help you reach optimal health. But it all starts with you guys. That's why I wrote the book and did all these things to give you the information so that you then ask the doctors, hey, can you help me with this? And then we can train doctors and do all these things just to finally have an impact and change the way how medicine or dentistry or like the whole thing is done. Because the most problem is always your own colleagues that are like so like narrow-minded. We need to be all open-minded, work on the same goal. And if you go to a health optimization specialist, they will search for health, whereas the others search for symptoms and disease. We don't look for disease.
No.
We don't even care.
No.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Tenemos que abrir la mente, tenemos que ser nosotros los que eduquemos a nuestros doctores. Les voy a dejar el libro It's All in Your Mouth, right?
The book?
The book. It's All in Your Mouth.
It should be translated to Spanish probably, right?
This is the thing. Queremos traducir el libro de Dom que se llama It's All in Your Mouth. Está todo en tu boca al español. We need to do this, Dom. It needs to be translated.
It is already translated in French, in China, and I'm not publishing, so I'm not self-published.
Yeah.
So the publishing company cannot do anything. It's like this: the country comes and asks, "Can we license it?" And then they ask me if that's fine,
Claro.
and I sign. Of course, if somebody's interested to translate in Spanish, and I think there's so many people speaking Spanish, right?
It's the second worldwide
I know.
spoken language in the world.
Whenever I go to the US, I feel like I'm in Spain.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
It's good.
So, tenemos que traducir este libro al español, pero si ustedes hablan inglés, It's All in Your Mouth.
We called the Matrix. It's going to be in Spain soon, I'm reckoning.
Tenemos que llamar al Matrix. We materialize what we want. So if we say we want it, it's going to happen.
Of course.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Lo vamos a traducir al español. Mi gente, muchas gracias por estar aquí. Les estaré dejando toda la información aquí abajo. Estaremos sabiendo mucho más de Dr. Dom. Es un gran wolf, es un gran lobo ancestral. Una energía increíble, está solamente interesado en ayudar a la gente, en ayudar a sanar, y la energía que tenemos aquí todos, the energy that we've got here. Así que muchísimas gracias, besos.
Besos.
Y nos vemos en el siguiente. Chao, mi gente. Muchas gracias.
Chao, mi gente.
Boom. Chao, mi gente. Bye. Chao, gente. You see.
Chao, gente.
Vamos,
This is going to be...